Another episode of Cubs Now. Alex, Cohen, Lance Brozdowski here. Baseball season in full swing, and another episode of your favorite Chicago Cubs podcast. We have a fun segment here that we are starting. It is called Starting 9. It is 9 topics in Major League Baseball that it's not just Cubs, but it's also Major League Baseball in general that we get to talk about, break down. Lance, you ready?
I'm ready, man. What do you got? Am I starting? I think I'm starting. It's unfortunate news. We have to start with this off the top. Taylor McGregor reporting, and we heard all week, Cade Horton is going down with an arm surgery. We're not exactly sure what. It seems like they got to go in, explore, and figure out if he's getting an internal brace and all these other things. Doesn't matter, though. It's more about the residual here, Alex, on what happens now. This is a huge loss for them. This was my guy coming into the season. I was really excited to see. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to have him for this year. Hopefully get him back next year. Boyd's down for a period of time that seems shorter than obviously Horton is down for. You got Assad in the rotation. You got Rea in the rotation. When Boyd comes back, what do you think they do? Who is the guy they rely on as that fifth starter?
I would imagine that it's Javier Assad because the roles that these two teams played, or these two guys played, Colin Rea was a reliever at the beginning of the season. Javier Assad was a starter at the beginning of the season. So I think they will keep those in their respective roles. So, all right, so we have our next tweet. It is a lot of buzz around Lucas Giolito. It could make sense if he could come to the Chicago Cubs if Cade Horton has a significant injury. Lucas Giolito had a great season in 2025. I am on right now the case that the Chicago Cubs, their rotation is fine. Will they make a trade in July? Possibly. But with Colin Rea pitching well, you have Javier Assad pitching well. It's a top 5 rotation statistically over the first 2 months. And that's not even including Justin Steele. So the fact that you have all those guys and possibly Matthew Boyd coming back, I think Lucas Giolito would be nice insurance. I don't think they need him.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he had a good season last year, but you look at a lot of the underlying data there, it wasn't particularly strong. I wonder if he's seeking a deal that is just not in the realm of possibility for the Cubs. Maybe he's a guy who's just going to sit for another month and wait for another couple all-star style arms to go down, and then he could demand 2 for 15, and someone would actually give him 7 or so a year. I don't think the Cubs are going to do that, but that remains to be seen. The guy in the rotation now that has to step up, though, Alex, and this is your guy, is Edward Cabrera. I just got to point out some of the movement that he has on his ball is like so much fun. Pitching Ninja is my guy. We're going to have him eventually here on this podcast. But this curveball was sick. Like, I just love, he is the epitome of stuff. I think we perhaps maybe now overuse that term a bit, where we think everyone has like good stuff. He actually has like plus to plus stuff. And you can see it just based on the velo combined with how much movement he creates on his ball. This is a breaking ball down into a lefty. It's just sick. The changeup is just like this turbo weird changeup. It stays a little bit more lifty than you expect. It's just a really sick offering. Pitching Ninjas does a great job kind of highlighting these pitches that are sicker. And when we're watching him, Alex, it's like, it's hard not to appreciate what he could do with the ball. And it's also hard to understand how he does what he does with the ball.
We're talking about 94 to 96 mile per hour bowling ball changeups that he throws to both right-handed hitters and left-handed hitters. So, I mean, it's elite stuff. Like, you want to know the difference between plus and plus stuff? That's the difference between plus and plus stuff. All right, what's next?
What do you got? I think this is on you. I think you got some. We got a trade package coming up, or what is it? Are you thinking Matt Shaw, or what do we got?
All right, so Danny Rock says trade Matt Shaw for a starter. I'm in the camp of don't trade Matt Shaw at all. I just said I don't think they need to make major moves for their starting pitching until Justin Steele comes back, until you can make sure that Matthew Boyd is healthy, till you see how Javier Assad, how Colin Rea fare in their respective roles. I think Matt Shaw is an incredibly valuable player for this Cubs team because he can play a multitude of different positions. And you were looking at a bench that struggled last year. The Cubs, at their best, have Matt Shaw as the number 1 option on the bench. He's been one of their best hitters as of late. I think he elevates this offense. I'm in team not trade Matt Shaw.
I just think we get really carried away whenever there's like an injury. It's just trade so-and-so for something else.
Trade for Scooble.
The probability of trades happening early in the season, we haven't heard from Jed in a bit, but I imagine we will sometime soon. He's going to say, like, these trades are they just don't happen this early in the year because everybody's healthy. There's no clear needs on a lot of teams. You're going to go to the free agent pool on a guy like Giolito before he would go trade for a starter. These things happen around deadlines. So I just don't anticipate a trade happening. Perhaps they are setting the foundation for a trade that will be executed in July.
But there's not that many teams that trade controllable starters or sellers in April.
It's just so unlikely, and I think that's a huge part of why I don't believe this will happen. And also why I just roughly don't believe it's a good idea, given I don't think they have the deepest bench right now. So he's important. Sahadev Sharma, a friend of the show as well, The Athletic, had a really good piece on Crow-Armstrong. And this is just the tweet of it. But one of the quotes I wanted to bring up from the piece is in relation to Pete being asked by Sahadev about his bat speed being up. Now, that sounds really fun from a data perspective, but it's come with more ground balls for him, a little more on the strikeout side of things. You know, his discipline and swing decisions aren't the strongest. I love the final quote he had in this piece. This is from Pete Crow-Armstrong from Sahadev's piece. It's, quote, "It's always mental, man. Everything turns physical from what's going on up here." And I love it because I think that is like the epitome of hitting. A lot of the time we're analyzing pitching and talking about how pitchers have the initiative in this battle. You listen to Alex Bregman talk, listen to a lot of these other guys talk. It's very reactionary. And I think when you have those moments that are more reactionary, it comes back to the mental side of things. I think pitchers a lot of the time can turn off, lock in with the catcher. Chris Sale talks about this a lot, and just throw pitches over the plate and dominate. Whereas hitters are like constantly playing reaction. They're like the cornerback in football reacting to what the receiver does. And I love how Pete is able to kind of put what's going on in his head on paper. So shout out to Sahadev for some good reporting.
All right, speaking of reactionary, we have non-Cubs related, but we had a near brawl.
What do we got here? Oh,
so
no,
we have a
Contreras.
former Cub getting hit by a current Brewer. There's some history between the two. My team Contreras and my team Brandon Woodruff.
Yeah, what are you?
I mean, I think if I were hit as many times as Wilson Contreras, I probably wouldn't be happy. That's not the pitch that I would overreact on. Like, it was almost in the strike zone. So, no, I mean, there's history between the two. I like more chaos. I like more fun. And this was chaos and more fun to watch. So I am team both.
I just don't get how we've gotten to the point where whenever a righty is thrown up in a spot they can't slug, that there's complaints about being hit. And it's like, what am I supposed to do?
We talked about that with Mike Trout.
What am I supposed to do if I'm the pitcher? Not throw you in the spot that you're not going to hit the ball? Like, of course I'm going to attempt to put it there. And if your counter is like guys should command the ball better, look at the league walk rate. It's up to 10%. It's the highest since 1950. It's very hard to command a baseball. The average miss in baseball is somewhere between about 9 and 12 inches in the direction of the pitch's movement. I mean, I just don't. I think we're way overstating.
Of course,
how
you're being
well
pro pitcher.
Guys are
throw wherever you want. I mean, I agree with you too. So.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know, man. Why would you not throw the spot the guy can't hit the ball? It's unfortunate.
And as long as it's not illegal and they're not getting fined and they're not, purposely hitting it, like throw wherever you want.
Exactly. All right, what do we got for the last one here? I think I got another one. Is this a fun one? Oh, this is the brawl.
The actual brawl.
The actual brawl. I have no words for this. I just wanted to bring it up because, I mean, we don't get a lot of fisticuffs in baseball.
How about the punch with the baseball?
You got to drop the ball, right? That seems absurd. What is he doing? You can't. It's just like
I don't think he's thinking what he's doing. He's just defending himself. I just love, Soler looks at him and the pitcher's like, oh yeah, let's go. And Soler's like, okay, like you want to fight with me? Like that's probably not the person I would.
This was a brawl. This was
an
like
actual brawl.
Strickland Harper.
Wait, hold on. Walt Weiss form tackle.
We don't have that here, but I mean, it's just unbelievable. Is this Walt Wright? I don't know if it's Walt Rice, but that was an incredible tackle. You should be playing linebacker for the Bears. Yes.
Or, you can go with Atlanta Falcons.
Or the Falcons.
Yeah, make it a little bit easier. All right, so a non-brawl related social media post. Riley Martin made his big league debut. I've seen a lot of Riley Martin. I know his trials. I know his tribulations. I mean, it's not just a great story. Lance, from a pitching perspective, I thought the stuff looked really good. What'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy who's developed. Like, if you look at his trajectory and you can go back and look at the minor league data between when he came into the Oregon now, like, he's developed a lot. And I hat tip to him. I think there's a lot of guys in the minors that try to develop and don't successfully. He's upped his velo. He's changed his breaking ball a couple times to the point now where it's great that he's been rewarded with this opportunity. I hope he takes advantage of it.
All right, so we have one more. We have not seen this.
Yeah, we haven't seen
this.
Producer DJ, what do you got? Okay. What is that? What on earth is that? Okay. This is the food. We're getting food apocalypse where stadiums and teams are just making things for Instagram influencers to not actually eat, but just take
sound
pictures
you can
of.
hear is like my stomach growling. I haven't had dinner.
I don't know what I'm doing with this. Am I eating that at a ballpark? That seems insane to me. I
love food. As you can see, I love food.
This is what I want, though. This is snackable. It's a drumstick. That's an ice cream thing at Yankee Stadium. They're very well known for like this bucket of chicken tender nuggets that they had. I've been to there a couple times. But this is like the ice cream version. It's like that make the food
Serrano
look
wants
like something
a bucket
else.
of chicken.
This looks better to me than that burger.
I mean, they both look good. Would I have them both before a broadcast? Probably
not. What
on
earth is this? I got nothing
I'm
for
out.
you here, man.
No, I'm not out. I would try it.
No, you're out. You can be out. It's okay.
I would try it.
No, I know what those two things are separately. I don't need them together. It's very
I think
simple.
I'd try it. Again, I wouldn't try it during a broadcast. But that was our starting nine, lads. That was a lot of fun. Again, we are here at Cubs Now. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we have a special guest coming up. 6 years in the making. Again, Cubs Now. We'll take a break. We have fun stuff coming up next. We are back here on Cubs Now. It is the B block. It's Alex Cohen. It is Lance Brozdowski. And the prodigal son of Marquee Sports Network has joined us on Cubs Now. 6 years we've been waiting, but we finally get Cole Wright.
I don't know if anyone's been
How
waiting.
have you never been on a Cubs
I have been
pod?
waiting. You
I don't know.
let us know.
I have no control over the guest list, so I don't know.
So Cole has let us know that he has not been on a Marquee Sports Network related podcast. So I had to pull some strings. We were able to do it.
Okay.
We were able to fit into your time slot. On-air talent for Marquee Sports Network, Cole Wright. And I say on-air talent because he kind of do everything for here. You've been with Marquee since the inception.
Yep.
What have the last 6 years been like for you doing this and now culminating with sitting down with us too?
I mean, I grew up in Chicago, and I used to try to get tickets to games whenever we waited tables back in the day, and if we could stumble upon one, and now we just get to walk across the street after pre- and post-game. It's like, I'm sure when you walk into the ballpark, both of you guys, like, Mr. Brozdowski, right this way. Mr. Cohen, right after. I'm like, huh? Like, who are they talking to?
Who is Mr. Cohen?
What?
I don't understand.
I'm like, geez, I'm just trying, like, people don't notice me, so I don't, like, the blast from the past, like, oh, but he's coming with us. They're going to put handcuffs on me or something. But no, it's pretty cool, like, to be able to walk across the street and to be able to watch games like that. You know, it's pretty intimate settings.
All right, so I'll be honest. Before I knew you, I thought of you more as a football guy. You had a lot of background with football, but you are a baseball nut. Just talking with you, and you love the game. What was your baseball background? Who were your dudes that you watched, and you were just like, man, like, kind of want to do that?
Andre Dawson, that was my guy. I mean, he comes in here all the time, and I feel like every time I see him, I'm like, hey, Hawk, just reminding you again that my first number I could ever pick was number 8. Like, that was my favorite player growing up. But I mean, just being around, like you said, football guy. We were talking about Landon Hairston, Jerry Hairston's nephew at Arizona State. Like, I grew up playing with Jerry and Scott and Justin Hairston in Naperville, and I got a job filling in for the Dodgers when I worked at NFL Network because Jerry was like, well, they said, well, he's a football guy. He's like, no, he's a baseball guy. I've grown up playing with this dude since we were kids. And so that's one of the reasons why I have this gig. I always thank Jerry. I'm like, if I didn't fill in there, I wouldn't be here. So, it was.
You're a baseball guy. Like, you live, you breathe it, you played it, you were a pitcher. Like, when you were on the mound, who was just like, hey, like, as a pitcher, this is what I want to do? Like, if you watch somebody on the mound, you watch film, you're like,
Two dudes.
Okay.
Like, it was Lee Smith.
Okay.
And it was Smoke Dave Stewart. And I actually was at a
Smoke's
function.
great, man.
I was at a function in Arizona about a month ago. And, like, people were going up to him at the function talking. And I was like, I'm not going to go say anything to him right now. I was like, he's talking to all these other people. So we were waiting for valet. And I'm like, excuse me, Mr. Stewart. I'm like, you don't, exactly. Like, you don't know me, but, like, I do the, Cubs pre and post with Cliff Lloyd and I, all the guys over there. And he's like, I'm like, when I was a kid, like, I wore my hat like you. I tried to pitch like you. I tried to do everything like you. And I'm like, thank you for being fantastic. But,
He said, who are you?
Yeah, it's like, who's this dude? Like, get out of here. Valet, keys, please. But no, it was like, 20-game winner, 4 seasons in a row. Like, you don't see that very often. I know there's the starting pitcher wins have been discounted, Lance.
Yes, they have, correct.
But, if you're putting your team in a position to win that many ball games, that means you probably did what you needed to do for 6 or 7 innings, especially back then. And Dave Stewart was a problem. Like, I saw a tweet recently. They said, like, he was intimidating you before he even threw one pitch. Like, Bill. And it's like, I got to a certain point where I didn't curve the bill up anymore, but Dave Stewart, bill curved, looking straight down at you. It's like you couldn't even barely see his eyes, man.
I love it.
Yeah, he was dope.
Your daughter Paisley comes in here occasionally, and she's a really good softball talent. I mean, you've gone through, like, the whole amateur circuit with her and stuff, and, like, obviously we're all hoping she gets an awesome, hefty NIL deal eventually when she gets to go to college. So talk to me about how it is being, like, a sports dad. Like, you grew up playing, and, like, now you interact with all these guys, but now you're, like, coaching her through the circuit. What does that mean to you?
I feel like I'm the dad that stays in the outfield. And it's kind of like
peering through the chain link fence.
I just kind of stay out there, and like every once in a while I'll walk by the dugout, and if she has a bad at bat, I'll look at her. I'll be like, you're gonna have more at bats. Like there's parents who are like, oh, how could that happen? How could you let that happen? It's like there's a lot of at bats. Like, especially now, I was even telling her how, look, when we played, we had 1 game a day, and you maybe had 2 games in a week. And say maybe you get that extra that Wednesday until All-Stars rolled around. You have maybe a Wednesday game, but then you had one Saturday, one Sunday. And she's like, that's nuts. Like, they play 3 games on the opening day of the tournament. Wow. Like pool play, it's like they play into the weekend.
You get like 12 ABs a day, basically. Like that's incredible experience.
It just depends. Yeah. It just depends on how well you played. I mean, if you do what you need to do in pool play, and then if you go into bracket play and continue to play well, you can get 20 at bats in a weekend. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on where you're at in the order, how good your team's been playing. So, I try to tell her, just keep getting after it. The college camp invites are coming. So that's one of the things. I'm like, they can get them now. You're not even in high school yet because it starts earlier for the girls. But you have to sustain that. Like, you could be a buster by the time you're a junior. So keep it up, man.
Those still take that money off the table.
All go away. So it's like, keep working hard, man, because that's the biggest room in the house.
All right, what's the scouting report on Paisley as a player? Like, if you were to break her down as a scout, pitcher to, a team, a college, like, what would be your scouting report for Paisley?
Swing fundamentally sound, is bat to ball, has power, can get you out of the yard. But, I mean, she's thinking, the first 2 swings, and she's got no strikes or 1 strike. She's thinking, I'm gonna get you. But if she's got 2 strikes, I'm thinking opposite field, try to put the ball in play, a little station to station. And she's got a well above average arm. I feel like they do like the overhand velo.
Sure.
And like there's girls that are committed to colleges that are power 4 conferences that are throwing like 68, 69 miles an hour, and she's like 72, 73.
Dang.
Huge.
So,
That's awesome.
Stretch.
I'll take her UCL.
Stretch. Do all the jokes,
right?
like do all the different
Bands,
exercises.
J-bands?
Absolutely.
For
I'm
sure.
like, and stretching. Stretching is huge. I'm like,
Awesome.
as we get older, I'm like, you guys are a little bit behind me, but I'm telling you, you stretch, it'll help out. So
I love it. What's your impression of this Cubs team right now? I mean, off to a slow start. Offense is a little sluggish. Underlying data looks good.
Yeah.
The injury to Horton is brutal. We talked about it
Picked him
earlier.
for Cy Young this year.
I know. I had him as the guy on the team this year as a breakout. I know he was on the Eric Cabrera side. So, I mean, putting all that aside, present state of the Cubs, how confident are you in them making a deep postseason run?
Well, I like this team just because of what they do defensively. And I feel like if you can go out there with the starting pitching, it has been a little hamstrung with, obviously, Matthew Boyd and Cade Horton. But it's like the starters go out there, whether it's Javier Assad or Colin Rea or whoever it is, if that's next man up for Craig Counsell. We talked about it on Cubs Live. Like, the starting pitcher's ERA is filth. I mean, top 5 in the league. It's like, and if everyone else can just chip in, just do a little bit offensively. You don't need huge guys. I mean, if everyone can be a contributor one day, if someone goes 1 for 4, get on base, get him on. We've seen Matt Shaw; he's been killing lately. Pete finally was able to crack that first 3-hit game of the season. So I just feel like there needs to be a different contributor every night. And with Alex Bregman, I mean, he's going to be pitch selection. I mean, 100th percentile in pitch selection.
So he's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's next level. So I feel like that filters down, and when Sayat comes back, I mean, to have that extra bump in the lineup. I mean, if you're a pitcher on the mound and you're like, okay, you just were able to get past Bregman, and then now here comes Sayat. It's like, that's a problem.
Yeah, 32 and 103 last year.
Man.
Like,
I mean,
30 and 100 don't.
And then
fall
still,
trees.
like, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, did he reach his full potential? I don't think so.
No, he's got another level, I think.
And when you look at how this cat's built, I mean, he's built just like Mike Trout. I mean, I know that's his dude
Sure,
number-wise, but
Yeah.
if you look at them and, like, just look at them from the neck down, like, their shoulders built the same. Like, I mean, there's a small waist. I feel like their gait, the way they walk is
built like a
very
strong safety. Like, they feel like they can go up in the box and, like, bust you up a little bit.
Yeah,
So.
like Rod Woodson lights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like a taller Brian Dawkins.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. No, for sure.
So
Count.
I want to hear from like an X factor standpoint. If you have an X factor on the offensive side for this Cubs team, an X factor on the pitching side, if these two players do X, or like who is the X player to get the Cubs to 90 wins, 92 wins, winning the Central and making a deep run to the playoffs?
It sounds crazy, man, but I feel good about Matt Shaw and his rover ability. Like, I know that his X and velo isn't gonna wow a lot of people, but I just feel like, man, if you're a baseball player and you're a grinder, it's like, where do you play? It's like, wherever. It's like, that's another thing we're talking with my daughter. It's like, when she goes to these college camps.
Said
like,
it during spring training. He loved it. He
yeah,
loved
like,
moving
you're going to
around.
be a freshman on someone's team at some point, or you're going to be a rookie on someone's team at some point, or a second-year player with not a whole bunch of experience. So what are you going to do? Are you going to say, here's where I play? Like, well, guess what? Like, you play shortstop, Danzy plays shortstop. You play second, Nico plays second. Like, you play third, Alex Bregman plays third. So where are you going to go? Wherever you can play. And I feel like if you're more versatile and you can play outfield, you can play infield. I mean, you could DH if need be. That's what you need. And we've seen him really start to swing things around. Like, it's just contact. You don't need long balls from him. Would you like it?
Sure,
absolutely.
Sure.
But I mean, I love dudes who hit for average. Like, that's not really.
Does batting average mean anything?
It's not really. I tell you,
In today's game, it's just not as valued. We're just moving towards other things. It's really
that
good
was a loaded.
descriptor.
That was a loaded question.
Of what you've done.
If you're a dude who doesn't have a whole lot of slug, you'd rather see them like. If you don't have slug, you don't want to have a low average because that means that you are getting things done.
You're not in the majors, probably
on a whole bunch of fronts.
Yeah.
Like we talked about just the other day on Cubs Live. The Cubs were in lower third in batting average and slug. Like if you're not good at one, you better be good at the other because if you're not slug,
or you better be drawing a lot of walks and getting on base at a 400 clip.
True, but guess what? Walks don't do. They don't drive runs in unless bases are loaded. Like we talked about that a million times. Like you should not get an RBI if you walk with bases loaded because you did not bat a run in. Did you have a fantastic plate appearance? Yes, but if there's nobody out, runners on first and third, you hit a double play, run scores. That's not an RBI. we need to address that. We've talked about that a million. We've been talking about that for years because that is by the letter of the law. The run was batted in. It doesn't say asterisk. You made 2 outs with one swing, so that doesn't count. No, you get the RBI.
You're passionate about that. You're also very passionate about bunting. So imagine you never met me before, and I come in, and I know you definitely, he's rolling his eyes already. Imagine you come in to me, and I'm like, I don't like bunting, and you're like, I like bunting. Here's why. But what's the why?
But now you've known over the years, though, am I passionate about bunting or am I passionate about winning?
I know this is what you always say.
Like, I hate to lose more than I hate to bunt.
My counter there is then I would just want to slug.
And enjoy this right now.
If you slug, you're going to win. If you bunt, you're not always going to win.
But I almost feel like, let me know if this analogy fits your perspective. Like, wanting to wait on a home run is almost like getting done with college and like, hey, you getting a job? No, man, I'm just going to wait to hit the lottery. Like, that's what I'm going to do. Like, sometimes you have to do, like when Pete came in here the day after he signed his extension, the day he signed his extension, like my daughter was here and she said, I love that bunt the other day. And
I laughed. I remember hearing this.
And I looked at you and I said, you see that, Lance? But what did he say, though? He said, with the wind like that at Wrigley Field, no one's hitting it out unless it's a crazy set of circumstances. So you got to take your hits where they're at. And Pete, the other day, we saw him hits a home run, then they're playing him back. You have to respect that pop. You can't play him in. You can't play him bunt defense. So guess what? If you're Pete and you see the dude back, that's a free hit.
Yeah. I think I've conceded a bit. Like, I get it situationally, especially when the Nats had, like, the third baseman pulled over to short, and it's like...
we always talk about it has to be situational because we saw Matt Shaw the other day, second inning, 2 outs, man on first, square early to bunt.
Yeah.
Like,
those are the ones that I don't get.
What are we doing with that?
To move runners and sacrifice the out because you're not confident you could put the ball down the line or something is like
with a man on first, with 2 outs,
major league hitters got to hit.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay.
If he was waiting to last second and tried to drag one and then tried to bunt for a hit, but when you're showing it early, like that's an automatic out with 2 outs. Like, what do we do? I said, like Lance, I don't like that one.
I get it.
It's got to be situational,
I appreciate
man.
I appreciate it.
I'm not about
We have time for 2 more questions. It's going to be one from me, one from Lance. It's going to be fun questions. All right, so let's say, the baseball tradition when you are a big leaguer going down to the minors, you're injured, major league rehabber, you buy the post-game spread, right? You've heard that before.
Sure.
All right, so you are a major leaguer. You have the minor leaguers here in Chicago, and you have the opportunity to buy them a big league spread. Where are you getting it from?
It could be anything, huh?
Yeah, whatever you want.
I mean,
open budget, blank check.
In Chicago, they're playing at Wrigley Field.
I would say I'd go Chicago cut.
Okay.
But would it travel? That's the question.
It's always the question you have
to think about it.
Yes.
I mean, lobster cargo, David Flom at Chicago cut. It's fantastic. I don't know if I feel like the puff pastry on top might be a little saturated.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I don't know if I want that, so I might go with Crosby's Kitchen.
All right.
I
like Crosby's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Close by, too.
Crab cakes as big as hamburger patties, double. I might go with that.
I love it.
Yeah, it depends.
All right, last question here is one of my favorite to ask people. I wake you up middle of the night. You have no warm-up. You throw one pitch in one spot. I give you $10,000. What are you picking in what spot?
Is there a righty or lefty in the box?
I'll give you a righty. You're a righty pitcher.
I'm going to go fastball in on the hands for a strike.
Okay, cool. I like it. That's my favorite question to ask. Some people go, no, I'm confident I can bury the slider, where I'm confident I go change. If it's a lefty, does it change your answer?
No, I'm going fastball.
Fastball
going with your best pitch.
Okay.
Like, don't shy away from your best. Like we talked about
we get
analytics
right?
all
your
the
best
time.
Pitch was a fastball.
I know that's the last question, but maybe I'm throwing things off time-wise. But I feel like a lot of numbers these days, and correct me if I'm wrong, they show they'll show a young cat a spreadsheet and like, okay, here's what you don't do well. Don't do that. As opposed to here's what you don't do well. Work on that. Because sometimes you get jammed up and you have a fourth or fifth pitch and the pitch 1 isn't working, pitch 2 isn't working, either is pitch 3, you're still out there. You
True.
still have
Fair
to.
point,
You still
yeah.
have to work, and guess what? Pitches 4 and 5. If you don't have those working, man, like if you didn't work on them because they told you that you're not good at them.
Yeah.
But guess what? If you can keep a guy out front and off balance.
My slow counter would just
Fastball.
be, it's all the coaching, right? We always talk about this, but like the data's there, but like the data's only as good as the coaching. The coaching are the
Right.
guys that bring it down. Or
It's
like,
like it-
I'm not going
and-
to tell you what you can't do. I'm telling you what you can do.
And if you're like,
So-
if you're a chef and you're cooking, it's like I feel like analytics are like salt. Like if you put too much, like
I see.
hey, you want
They're
to
necessary.
Hey, let's
Salt
go.
is
Like,
necessary.
like you're dumping. You have to put
You
salt
have to
in.
have
You have
salt.
to have some salt. So you have to have some analytics because if you don't, you're gonna fail. But if you put too much and you require too much emphasis on those numbers, like when you see guys when they get a knock, like they go straight to it. I'm like, you just hit that 450 feet. Don't you know what you did? Like, that was a good swing. Like, look at it after
doing
the
that.
game, man.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
Go
I
out
see.
there and continue to do what you've been doing that got you to that point.
All right, Cole. Fastball end on the hands. We're Venmoing you $10,000. Cole Wright, really appreciate you hopping on Jack of all trades at Marquee Sports Network. That was Cubs Now. We really appreciate you guys tuning in.